So the Terminator, Mr. Niels Feijen, is going to go ahead and give this another try. He just ended a run. I missed a tough combination. He'd run a little over 60 balls, and he's going to take no break and just keep shooting here. He sets up that 6 ball just in front and to the right of the stack there. And watch his follow through. Watch what his cue ball does after he pockets the break ball. Look at that. Comes right back out to the center of the table. Now he's got a little bit of trouble with the little cluster that's in that triangle area, but for the most part he's got a couple of secondary break balls to go ahead and get in there. He's going to start by taking away this 14. He goes ahead and follows forward. And look at the angle that he has here on the 11. He's going to get rid of all these balls that are on this bottom rail. And the next will be the 2 ball. I look for him to follow to get an angle on that 15 to go up into the 3 ball. Nice shot. See, now he's got a perfect angle, and when he pockets this 15, he wants the cue ball to go right directly into the 3. Actually, he wants to hit it on the left side, just that left edge, and that way you can break up both of those little clusters there. Nice shot. See, now nothing's touching. Absolutely nothing's touching, and go ahead and shoot this 12 ball in. He's looking around. He's looking at which balls he's going to need to set up an end sequence. And he's either going to use the 3 ball or the 13. Nice shot. He crashed into that 8 ball. I don't think he really wanted to do that. And he's looking at this 5-3 combination. Now this is very similar to the shot that he missed to end his last run. So he's going to take this. This is what a champion does. He's going to just go right at this shot. Nicely done. Nicely done. Now, a lesser player would have avoided that type of a shot, but Niels knew that he needed to implant a positive image in his brain for every time that shot comes up. And here he's just smooth sailing here. He's going to pocket this 9 ball. He's looking at how he's going to get in here for his end sequence. There he goes, 2 rails and out. Looks like he's coming around for that 4 ball. Clear that out. I look for his end sequence to be 1, 7, 8 to get on that 13 ball. I'm going to come right off the rail here. Now he's got to be careful here not to crash into anything. There he goes. See, there he goes. He's crashing into a lot of balls. You generally don't see Niels doing that, but he's still in pretty good shape. He can go ahead and pocket that 1 ball in the side, have it go right past that 8 ball. And from here he'll go 2 rails after pocketing the 7 to get straight in on this 8 ball. Look at the speed of the cue ball. Absolutely perfect. And here he just has to merely pop forward after pocketing the 8 ball, and he'll be on a run of 14 balls. Can't get much better than that. So Niels Feijen on a run of 14 balls. Niels has won the European 14-1 title 4 times in the last 6 years. He won the Derby City 9-ball a few years back. Last year he won the $50,000 Challenge of Champions. This guy's been on fire for the last couple of years, and I think the only thing that's missing from his resume is a world championship in either 9-ball or straight pool. And there is no reason why this guy cannot get to the top of the mountain. He just needs to have a little lucky breaks here and there, and this guy's right in the fight in any tournament he's in. Look at that. It's cue ball went into that rack and just sort of glanced it and came back over. Now he's got a few secondary break shots to get in there. He's looking at that ball on the bottom rail. And what he can do is he can pocket that and go right into that cluster. That 6 ball serves as an insurance ball. Let's see how he hits this. Deadly accurate. Deadly accurate. And see how he was actually playing for this ball to be his next shot, the 6 ball. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful shot by Niels. Now he's shooting over a ball. His concern is he doesn't want to foul any of the balls that are still remaining in that triangle area. I look for him to pop around that 7. That was nicely done. He might scatter a few more of these balls around before he develops a break ball. But just awesome control, awesome table management by, in my opinion, one of the best straight pool players in the world. Nice shot. And he's going to come right back up, trying to get an angle on one of these balls. And he wants to get a shot that's going to just gently nudge that 9 ball. That 9 ball looks like it's a pretty good break ball candidate. He's looking at the 7, and he doesn't want to have to shoot the 7 ball off because the 7's in perfect position as a break ball. But because of the layout, sometimes you're going to have to shoot these balls off, and that's exactly what Niels is doing here. He really doesn't have a choice. Nice shot. And see, you just have to make sure that when you contact the stack that you don't try to nudge everything towards the rail. Right now, he'll shoot this straight ball in, and he'll nudge that 9 over. And this is where he's going to manufacture a break ball. Let's watch the speed. Perfect. So now he's got the 9 basically in the same general area as he had his last break ball. And it's just going to be smooth sailing here. He's got the 5 and the 14 down there near the side pocket. Either one of those could be a good key ball. He's also got a few balls up here that he could use. It's basically his choice. Straight pool's a game of options, and the more options that you have, the more directions that you can go with your patterns, the better off you're going to be if you get yourself lost or you have a ball that's straggling down table. Niels is perfectly positioning his cue ball in places where he has more than one shot. See right there? All he has to do is get back out towards that rail after he shoots this ball and watch where he positions the cue ball. And now he's just going to develop a nice little end sequence. So here he's going to pocket the 8, bring his cue ball a little bit out towards the center to get on this 4 ball. And right now his end sequence is going to be 4. I believe that's the 10 on the rail right next to the 1. 5 and then the 14 in the side. It's basically the same type of an end pattern he had in the last rack, which is very important to note because he's sticking with what's working for him. Here he comes right over to the rail. And when he pockets this ball, he's going to draw back. And he's going to go ahead and put the cue ball exactly where it is right now. And watch the speed here. Absolutely perfect. He never lets go of that cue ball. And he's going to pocket the 5 down in the corner and see where he just put his tip. That's where he wants the cue ball to be to shoot in that 14. Basically the same type of end pattern that he had to end the last rack. So he's staying within his comfort zone. See that? Right where he put his tip. He has the uncanny ability to do that. And it's just so beautiful to watch. Let's see if he leaves himself a little bit more of an angle than he did from the last time. Perfect. So right now, Niels Feijen on a run of 28 balls, and he's making this look extremely simple. Simple, but not easy. And the angle that he has going into the stack this time is a little bit more than what he had on the last break shot. His last break shot wasn't very effective. So he's got a nice natural angle to go into the pack here. And he just has to make sure he doesn't let go of the cue ball. And watch his follow through. Bang. Look at that. Cue ball kind of got caught in there a little bit, but he's all right. Some of those balls went out to the rail and came back into the center. But he does have shot options. He's going to go ahead and pocket this ball in the side pocket. He's going to come back center of the table, and this way he could evaluate what he has coming out of that stack. Now the 11 and the 15 are pretty well set up for break balls. Either one will work for him. And what he's looking for is he's looking for an angle to go up into those three balls, the 5, 7, and the 2. And he's going to be very patient. If he has a shot that'll go in there, he'll take it, but he won't try to force it. Look at that. That's absolutely beautiful. And notice when he splits up the clusters, he doesn't whack them all over the table. It's a very controlled shot. He always makes sure he has an insurance ball. He still has a little bit of work to do in there. But just going into that semi-cluster that he had, those three balls, right now nothing is touching. Every ball has a pocket. And he's looking at the 13. He's going to have to use the bridge here, make sure he doesn't move that 5 ball. And watch the control he has here. He might go into these balls one more time. There's really no reason to, because all the balls do go into a pocket. But he's going to play this smart. And he knows that he's going to basically end up with the same type of a break ball that he's had for the last 2 racks. I look for him to choose either the 11 or the 15. Either ball will work. And what he's doing is he's just repeating the same type of an end pattern, same type of a break ball every single rack. And by doing so, he's just operating in repetition. Right here, we'll go ahead and pocket that 5 all the way down in that top left corner pocket. And that'll set him up on those 2 balls that are sitting there in the stack area. And notice that he's not moving his cue ball all over the table. Most of his shots are stop shots, or he's following forward a couple of inches or drawing back a couple of inches. And he's just playing a connect the dot type of straight pull game right now and getting on the same exact type of a break ball. And here he's going to make a decision on whether he wants the 15 or the 11. I think the 11 is positioned a little bit closer to the rack. Yeah, so he's going to pocket the 15 and just punch out to the rail, get on the 6 ball. And here he'll draw off the rail to get on that 8 ball. He's looking to see exactly where he wants to get to. And he doesn't mind getting that bridge out. He's very, very accurate with it. Nice shot. So here he'll pocket the 8 to get an angle on that 2 ball. Beautiful. See, that's a nice stop shot. And now all he has to do, see where he just put his tip? That's exactly where he wants to get to. So he'll draw out sort of like in a V-shaped pattern for his cue ball movement. Here, watch this. Exactly where he had his tip. So right now, Niels Feijen on a run of 42 balls and just no end in sight. And basically, all Niels is doing is getting into the balls and repeating the process. He's getting the same type of a break shot every single time. He's trying to have it develop in the same general area. And he's getting into the balls. He's breaking the clusters up very, very carefully, not taking any type of risks, not trying to do anything fancy. It's mostly just stop shots or one rail position. And you're really getting a beautiful, beautiful opportunity to watch one of the great masters of this game. And I look for him to go in to this stack a little bit better than he has in the last couple of break shots. And watch his cue ball control. Watch what he does to his cue ball. Right like that. And just followed it, came off the rail. And look, there's not a ball touching. That was a beautiful shot. So all those balls are spread open. He's got no clusters to break up, and he just has to get behind these balls and put them in the pocket. The only problem I see is he doesn't have a workable break ball in the same area that he's been setting up the break balls for the last couple of racks. So he might have to go out to the other side of the table. The 7 ball looks to be the only break ball candidate that he has on the table right now, unless he can get something to develop in those balls that are up around the triangle area. And here he'll shoot the 5. He's going to try to get behind that striped ball. I didn't get there. He wanted to get in there to get that ball off the rail, but he did end up on the 6 ball. So if he wants to shoot that one first, there's no problem with that. What he's looking at there is the 7 and the 13. That's going to be, he just went ahead and pointed at it. He's going to use the 7, and that 13 is going to be his key ball. So what he's looking at now is he's going backwards in his mind to what he's got to do to get on that 13 ball. And all he's got to do for this rack right here is not move anything. He's going to get these balls off the rail. Once he pockets this ball here, he's going to try to get those balls that are behind the stack area. I believe that's 13 or the 9. It's kind of hard to tell. He's going to have to get on those balls. And here he goes up. He nudged that ball out. I don't think he wanted to do that. It looks like he was going for something else. So now we could either shoot the 1 or the 2. And what he's going to try to do here is to get in on a shot on this 1 ball where he can either get back out to the center of the table. Well, actually, he's going to use this straight ball. And I look for him just to shoot a stop shot here. And bang. And remember, I talked about options. He could shoot any one of the balls that are on the table, with the exception of the 8 and the 13. Just beautiful, beautiful cue ball control. And what he's looking at how he's going to develop an end pattern. And when he gets rid of this stripe ball here, he's going to put that in the side pocket. You're going to start seeing a triangle being formed by the break ball, the 7, the key ball, the 13. And I believe that's the 8 ball. You're going to see a nice little triangle pattern. He's going to stop here to stay on, or actually move forward. Actually, that's a better move because now he just has to draw back to get on the 13. And then right where he put his tip there, he's going to draw back. Awesome, awesome shot. And all he's got to do is punch forward here, and look at that. So now Niels is on a run of 56 balls. And if he keeps hitting his break shots like he did that last one, this is going to be an awesome, awesome run. He's doing everything absolutely perfect. And when you get into the balls like that, spread them all over the table like he did in that last rack, you're going to start putting up some big, big numbers. And Niels has a high run of 259 balls that he has displayed on his website. Let's see how he goes into these. Like I said, this is unfamiliar territory during this run. This is the first break ball. Nice shot. Now his cue ball kind of got stuck in there. This looks a little more difficult than it actually is. He's got a shot on his 5 ball. I don't know if he can reach that or not. He's looking at it. He doesn't want to create more problems for himself. Because he's so close to that 5 ball, he's got to be very careful to get the cue out of the way after he contacts the cue ball. And he's going to have to be shooting over a ball with the bridge to put this ball in there. And he wants to just separate the balls. He doesn't want to create any more problems. Sometimes when you go into the clusters and you're not careful, you can make more problems for yourself. There, nice shot. And he's looking at that 9-11. I believe it'll go. He's going to have to throw it in there. He's going to have to be careful, because if he contacts that 13 ball, which it looks like he's going to if he shoots a combination, it's going to send all the balls that are in that line there, the 6 and the 8, it's going to go over towards the 4 ball. And he doesn't want to, like I said, he does not want to create more problems for himself. Let's see how he's going to do this. He's definitely going to shoot the combination, the 11 in the corner. And let's watch what happens. Nice shot. And, oh boy. And now he's got the 1 ball kind of tied up there, and then the 8 and the 4 tied up. And he's not happy about it. And he really doesn't have a workable break ball. The 13 is a little high. The 3 ball is behind the stack, but over towards the corner. And this is what happens. He deviated from what was working for him. He had to take a break ball on the other side of the table, and this is unfamiliar territory. And he's looking at these balls, especially that 4 ball. He's looking at the 3 to see if he could use that as a break ball. Probably not likely, because he's going to have to get down on that bottom rail to get rid of those balls. Nice shot. He's going to get rid of the 6 and the 2 in the center of the table. Or at least the 6 ball. You might want to leave the 2 there if he uses the 13. Exactly. And now I believe he can shoot the 4 ball in. You can just see the outer edge of the ball. And I think what he's looking at is he's looking to see if he can go and pocket the 4 and manufacture the 1 ball. And on this fast cloth, you got to be very careful with shots like that. And I don't think there's a way for him to do that and maintain control. And he doesn't want to send that 1 ball all the way down table. See what he does here. Okay, he left it alone. And he might want to go into it now. I think he has a better control here with the speed of the cue ball to go into that strike ball to manufacture the 1. And he's looking at it. He definitely is not happy with the layout that he got off of that break shot. And here he goes. Well, he missed it. He missed it. And now the only shot he has is that 2 ball. And that was the best key ball opportunity he had to use the 13. And he's going to have to shoot that off now. And he's not happy about it. He's going to have to develop a different type of an end pattern here. He's going to come back over to the center of the table, get rid of that strike ball that's on that left rail. And now he's looking at an end pattern, and I think he's going to go 3-9-13 to get on that break ball. That looks to be the most workable type of a end pattern. And he did not get where he wanted to. So this is the first problem he's had in this entire run. And if he uses that 13, he's going to be right on the side of the stack that he doesn't want to be. He was having a lot of success with his break shots on the other side of the table. So I look for him to pocket the strike ball, draw back for the 1. That's what he's looking at. And then his end pattern is going to be 3-9, going 2 rails to get on that 13. There you go. And what he's going to do is try to get a shot on this 3 ball that'll get him on the 9. Completely in a different rhythm than he was in the last rack, in the last 3 or 4 racks. There he goes, and he came back all the way to this rail because he wants to get an angle on this 9 ball. See where he just put his tip? He wants to get right there to get on the 9 so he can come 2 rails and out for the 13. Nicely done. And then right where he put his tip is where he wants to get to, and see how he hits the speed of this shot. There he goes. And I don't think he's going to get there. No, but he's on a run of 70 balls. And he's on the side of the stack that he didn't like the last rack, and he's a little upset at himself, and he wants to get back in control of the table. This break ball, this is a missable shot, and you look at the angle he has. He has a natural angle to go into the top of the stack, and he could either skip off the top 2 balls here, or he could try to follow into it. Let's see what he does. He went off the top 2 balls. That's a smart move because he protected his cue ball and made sure that he pocketed the 13. And that's a lesson for any player out there. You know, make sure you make the break ball. So many runs will end by trying to do too much with the cue ball off of the break shot because we're worried too much about going into the stack than we are about pocketing the shot. And he's got a nice shot here to get right back into the heart of the balls. Bang. He didn't get much movement there. And right now his cue ball's kind of trapped right there in the center of the stack area. I'm not even sure if he has a shot. The only shot I see is on the 11 ball, unless he can see the 9. It's hard to tell from this angle. Yeah, he's got that ball right there. He can put that in the side pocket. Nice shot. And what he's looking for, you see where the 2 is? He could pocket that 2 ball and go into the 1 right now. The 6 ball serves as an insurance ball. Nice shot. He still has that little cluster there. That straight ball, the 3 and the 5. He's looking at the 1. And that straight ball, I can't tell which ball it is. The one right next to the 3. I look for him to try to keep that ball basically where it is. Either that ball or the 5 ball will work out very well. He's looking to see if he can put the 3 in the side. I believe if he follows, I believe that's a 12 ball. If he can follow this, he'll be okay. And he's going to just gently put it in there. So he might just leave it where it's at. The only problem he has is the 5. So here he's going to pocket the 6 ball and get these balls off the end rail. Nice shot. Now he landed on the 14. He might be able to nudge that ball out a little bit more. Exactly where he wants it. He wants to get back over to that side of the table because he was having a lot of success earlier in the run. Here he goes. Exactly. That's absolutely perfect. And see, by remaining patient and waiting for the shot to manufacture the break ball that he needs, he has just reclaimed control of this table. And he recognized the fact that he was not getting what he wanted breaking from that other side of the table. So now you're going to start seeing him shoot a little bit looser. He's exactly where he wants to be. Notice where he's looking at. He's looking at that 11 ball or that other ball that's over near the side pocket. And he's looking for an end sequence. And once he gets this ball off the rail here, you'll see him start to develop an end pattern. Okay, and now he can get rid of the 5 ball. And 5 ball has been a thorn in his side since the beginning of this rack. And see how he's looking? He's going around the table and looking. He's looking at this layout from every single angle. And he just determined that he doesn't need that 1 ball. And he doesn't need that 5. And look at the triangle that's formed by the 11, 8, and his break ball, which I believe is a 12. What he's going to try to do is go off the rail here and land perfectly on the 11 ball. Absolutely perfect. And he's right back to the same type of an end pattern that he had in the first few racks of this run. And Niels Feijen has reclaimed control over this table. Just shooting like a true champion. And there's ball number 84. So now he's right back in control of the table. He's got the break shot that he wants. He's going to take a little break here. He's going to go and get Bob Jewett to come over and wipe the balls down, which to me is a very smart move. The ball's picking up a lot of dust. They'll get kind of gritty and they'll start to stick together. So this is actually a smart move, and you're going to see Bob is going to take a towel and wipe down all the balls. And Bob Jewett is one that has put this event together over the past couple of years, and it's really grown into one of the most popular stops when guys are at Derby City, especially the straight pool players like John Schmidt, Niels Feijen, Charlie Williams, Johnny Archer. The game challenges you to play a better game, and in my opinion, 14-1 is the game's best teacher. But this is a smart move by Niels to have Bob wipe the balls down. That way, when he starts going into them, if he wants to make the move where he wants, there you see Jerry Forsyth, one of the nicest people you'll ever meet in the game of pool. Jerry's a host of Run Out Radio on azbilliards.com. Go to www.azbilliards.com. Got a lot of good interviews and a lot of good conversation from a lot of the players. Jerry does a great job with that. So when Bob gets done here, Niels, currently on an 84-ball run, has just taken back control of this table. He's very comfortable breaking from that side of the table. And the 1 or 2 times that he was forced to go to the other side, he really wasn't getting that much of a good result. He wasn't being rewarded for the work he was doing. So now, he's got a natural angle to go into the stack, and when Bob gets the balls racked, you're going to see Niels shooting with a little bit more confidence than he was during the past 2 racks. And this, like I said, is a smart move by Niels, because when the balls are being used and they're going across the table, they're going to pick up chalk, dust, or anything. And he's just giving himself a better chance to increase this run. What you'll notice about a lot of the champions is they'll be very picky about the equipment. And it's not that they're trying to be picky or to slow anything down or to be annoying. What they're doing is they're giving themselves the best chance to succeed. And there are some players that get a lot of flack. Johnny Archer picking lint off the table. And, these guys give themselves a chance to succeed. And that's what Niels did there. He had Bob wipe down the balls, and nice break shot. His cue ball's down towards the end of the table, but he got a pretty good result. He'll go ahead and pocket this 9-ball, and that way he doesn't have to come back down table. Take care of it now. And come back up towards the center. Now if you look over at the right rail, that end rail on the right where the 15 and the 8 are, he's going to have to deal with that at some point. I believe it's the 8, the 15, and the 4. And what he's looking at is he's looking at that 7 ball. And if he could pocket that 7 into the side pocket, he can separate the 4 and the 15. Now he's going to go ahead and shoot it off right now. But that's his only problem in this entire rack. Now, it looks like the two ball, the two is in a pretty nice spot to be a break ball. I don't think he's going to use it. He wasn't getting any success keeping a break ball on that side of the table. So I'll be surprised if he does play to get either on the two or that strike ball that's right next to. I can't tell which one that is. And there he went ahead and nudged two up forward. So I don't think he's going to use that. That 14 is in a pretty good location, but like I said, he wasn't having any luck on that side of the table. He's going to pocket the one here. Oh my gosh. I think that's the first time we've seen Niels let go of the cue ball. And he drew back trying to get into that cluster. It might have been successful. I don't know if he could pocket the combination down in the corner, but that could have been disastrous. He could have been left without a break ball, or he'd have been left shooting that 5 back of the stack. So very uncharacteristic for Niels to let his cue ball go like that while playing 14-1. He's going to get rid of the 3 and the 11. That 11 is it's a key ball for the 5 if he wants to use the 5, and it looks like that's what he's going to be doing because he's shooting off the 14. There he went right into those two balls. Still has a little work to do, but from the layout of this table, I'm pretty sure he might be setting up for a behind the stack break ball with that 5. That behind the stack break ball appears to be the only option that he has left. So what he needs to do is find a nice sequence of shots that'll get him on that 11, and the 5 is a break ball. A lot of players will shy away from that behind the stack break shot. I know some guys that'll go ahead and play safe before they have to deal with one of those, and it's because a lot of people haven't figured out how to control the cue ball. But Niels, he's wasting no time. He's just going to get these balls off the table and take what the table has given him. And his end sequence appears to be 8-4. That strike ball down in the center of the table, can't tell which one that is, will be perfect setup shot to get on the 11. And once he gets rid of this ball here, you're going to see a nice triangle for him by the 5-11 and that other strike ball. Notice the speed. Just wants to get straight in on this ball. And look at that triangle. Absolutely perfect to get in there. What he wants to do here is he wants to pocket the 11 and come off of the side rail and down to exactly where he just placed his tip. He wants to have a nice angle on that 5 ball. Nice. So Niels Feijen on a run of 98 balls, getting ready to go for the century mark here, and facing what I call the toughest shot in straight pool, and that's that break ball, going from 98 to 99 to get to 100. But Niels has a great shot on this 5 ball. When he gets out of the way, what I want to show you is how he's going to control this shot. He's going to pocket that 5 into the corner pocket, and there's a natural angle for his cue ball to go right into the 6. So he's going to put a little bit of left English combined with some follow. And what it's going to do is it's going to have the cue ball, after it hits the 6, it's going to go into the rail and back out towards the center of the table. Watch this. Boom. See how it whips? Absolutely perfect. He's got a couple of clusters there in the triangle area. But he protected his cue ball on that break shot. And if you were able to master, that behind the stack break ball, if you could learn to master the cue ball control and know exactly where to hit the stack, you'll go for it any time that it comes up. It's actually a very effective break ball. So Niels on a 99 ball run. This will be ball number 100, that 3 ball. And he's in triple digits. So Niels Feijen on a 100 ball run. And his main problem are those balls that are clustered right there in the center of the triangle area. He's going to get rid of this ball here. I believe that's the 8 ball. Now these 3 balls are on that left side of the table. None of them really make a good break ball. He's got a nice angle on this ball, and if he wants to, he can go right into the stack right here. He can go right into that 7 and the 4. Bang! Look at that. Absolutely perfect. Now he still doesn't have a break ball. And I believe what he can do is manufacture a break ball with that 12, but he needs to get in on that 4 ball, and that's what he's going over to look at. He's looking for a setup shot or a key ball shot to get him perfectly on that 4 to nudge that 12 ball out. So he's going to start working on that right here. Went ahead and shot the 13. Now if he shoots this 14, he wants to come right off the rail and be straight on the 4. Just like that. See, now he just has to pocket the 4 and he'll just roll forward and manufacture a break ball. Watch the speed. Absolutely perfect. I believe that's a 10 ball. And now he's just got to find a nice little pattern to get on that ball. He's got a couple of balls he could use as a key ball. I like using that ball down at the other end of the table. That'd be my preference, but he's got so many options here. And what he's looking at is he's looking for a way to get the 11 out of there. He might choose to pocket that 9 ball after he gets rid of this ball here. Nice shot. Comes up and he's perfectly set up to put that ball on the side. You notice after each shot he goes around to the other side of the cue ball and he looks at the layout from about 3 or 4 different angles. It's also a good idea when you're out there playing to not only look at your options from behind the cue ball, get on the other side and look at it from a different type of perspective, because you'll see things that you won't see from behind the cue ball. Here he goes down. He's going to get on this ball that's down table. And I think he's going to come right up for the straight ball that's on the left side of the table. And what he needs to do is draw closer to this 11. I believe that's what he's going to use as his key ball. Yes, and he's just going to draw back towards the center of the table to get a nice angle on the 11. Here we go. Now, I don't know if he's going to be able to reach this. See what he's going to do here. Yeah, I thought he's going to have to get the bridge out. I don't know which way he's going to go. He can follow 2 rails in either direction to get on this ball. And using the bridge, it makes it more difficult. And oh, that is just sick. Oh my gosh, that was a great shot. So Niels Feijen on a run of 112 balls and can do absolutely no wrong on this table right now. Just looking very strong, getting into the balls and putting them in the holes. He is just on fire today. And notice how his cue ball and the break ball are parallel with each other. When you position your cue ball like that, your cue ball has a natural angle. All you have to do is pocket the break ball and you got a natural angle to go right into the stack. And he's going to control it with a little bit of inside English here. Perfect. And now he's got that 15 on the end rail. which will probably be his first shot. So on a run of 113 balls, and I believe that he's going to get back into the balls here and spread these open. It's his choice if he wants to do it now. Nice. Still has problems there, but he does have a few shots that he could use to break up that little cluster there. And he just has to manage the table like he's been doing for the last 115 shots. And here he's going to go back up into the balls right here. Watch him come off the rail. And look at that. Now his only problem is that he really doesn't have a great break ball. The 13 is there. The 3 is kind of close to the stack, and I don't think Niels likes that. So you might see him go back into the balls here. He's going to pocket this ball. And he came back up into the triangle. And I think he's going to get rid of the 6 and the 1. And that'll free the 7 up to go in the same pocket he's going to put the 1 in. Just a superb demonstration of powerful precision straight pull from Niels Feijen. And this is a run that you could use and go back and forth and watch the decisions that he makes and try to incorporate some of that in your game, because this guy is phenomenal. Not only accurate, but just a powerful style of straight pull. And he's just a joy to watch. And I believe he's going to use that 13 as his break ball. Going to go ahead and get rid of that ball right there. Lines himself up perfectly for the 5 and the 3. He could shoot either the 3 or the 5 here. And shooting the 5, he can get on those balls that are right there in the center of the table. Here's going to shoot the 11 in the side. And just trying to set up a nice little end pattern here. See, right now he could shoot any one of those 3 balls. He could shoot the 7, he could shoot that straight ball, or he could shoot the 3. He's going to go up right into the heart of the pocket goes that ball. And it's elementary here. He just has to pocket this 3 and get on that ball in the side pocket, and he'll be lined up perfectly to get on the 13. Now he came up a little short. And see where he's got his tip? That's where he wants to get. So he just has to take his time and follow straight through the ball. Perfect. Let's see how he's parallel with the ball again. So Niels Feijen on a run 126 balls. And if he keeps shooting at this pace, we might be here till tomorrow watching him put the balls in the pocket. He removes that. This is the first break ball he's had this close to the stack. So he's going to have to be careful, because sometimes that cue ball can get spit into a pocket because it really has nowhere to move because it gets jammed, or it can stick to the side of the stack. So he's got to try to get his cue ball free. And nice shot. And kind of glued the cue ball to the top of the stack and really doesn't have any other option than to put that 7 ball into the side pocket. And what he needs to do is work towards getting a shot down below the stack for a secondary break shot. And he put his cue ball down on that end rail. And coming back up here to look at what he has, and he's looking at that 15 ball. I believe that's a 15. To see if he can pocket it now and go into the stack. And he used his better judgment. He's going to start here with the 6 ball. Okay. I still don't see where he has an angle to go up into the balls. The 5 ball is a little bit too forward of the cluster, and he's got a pretty good angle on that shot. But even if the cue ball was to contact the stack going off of the 5, it wouldn't be very effective. So he's going to have to find an alternate route. Perhaps even get on one of the balls of the other side. See what he does here. Looks like he's pocketing the 5 ball. Nice shot. It's coming back up. And I think he's looking back to that ball. And he doesn't have a natural angle to go in there. I don't know if he's looking at maybe using the 1 or the 9. He's going to go ahead. He's going to use the 15. Oh, man. Well, Niels Feijen on a run of 130 balls. And he's not happy about that, but that's a fantastic run. Excellent display of skill and precision. I hope everybody could learn something from these videos by watching Niels. He definitely is one of the greatest straight pool players that's out there today. Watch his form, watch the decisions that he makes, watch how he gets into the balls, and specifically watch his patterns. His patterns are flawless. I'd like to thank Dana Stephenson for providing the video, and Bob Jewett for dedicating his time at the Derby City Classic to make sure the straight pool stays alive amongst the other games such as Banks, 9 ball, and 1 pocket. It's been my pleasure to do the commentary for this run. There's also a 116 ball run out there from Niels Feijen. I've got some stuff out there with Torsten Homan. Other players like Charlie Williams, Johnny Archer, John Schmidt. All of this is designed to promote the game of straight pool, and I hope you guys are enjoying these. Thank you for watching.